The Housing Choice Voucher Program was designed to give low-income Americans just that, choice in their housing options. Since its inception in 1974, the voucher program has aimed to reduce generational cycles of poverty and sustainably house the millions who participate. Now, over 50 years later, how far has the voucher program brought us? Is it accomplishing what it originally set out to do? And what barriers to housing still exist for voucher holders? Hope Fair Housing Center, an Illinois civil rights organization, is searching for the answers. And to do so, we're looking in our own backyard. Illinois is a state with about 100,000 voucher holders and some of the most stringent anti-discrimination laws in the country. We set out to hear directly from program participants about their experiences, what barriers still exist, and what can be done to eliminate them.
My name is Nabi Israel from the South Side of Chicago.
Nabi has been in the voucher program since 2011.
All my childhood, it was rough. My mother raised my brother and myself by herself. With my uncles, they pitched in, but I lived in the third floor. Rats and roaches. It hit me. We moved to Inglewood on 69th Street. Got looking around me, hoping to shoot me, hoping to something could get stolen. My mother had to work so hard. Then I asked the question, I said, God, why did I live like this?
And he is not alone. Inglewood is just one of several neighborhoods on Chicago's South Side that is still seeing the effects of systemic racism today. Redlining, blockbusting, and public works projects played huge roles in extracting wealth from these communities and have prevented upward mobility.
Later on, I found out that the 42nd United States Code 1437, it says the federal government, hey, we got money here to help people that's low income, to help people that are seniors, to help people with disability. It's called Section 8.
And Nabi is right. The Housing Choice Voucher Program, or Section 8, as it was formerly called, was enacted in 1974 to address these impediments to building upward mobility. Though social programs already existed, they were failing to create meaningful change. Since the Depression era, the federal government had relied on public housing projects that they owned and leased to low-income Americans who had fewer housing opportunities. However, the outcomes of public housing proved to perpetuate cycles of poverty in mostly Black communities, including Inglewood. Residents were relegated to the same neighborhoods for generations, unable to build wealth, and residing in uninhabitable, crumbling infrastructure. The Housing Choice Voucher Program replaced high-cost housing construction with a market-based subsidy program. Local housing authorities would administer vouchers to eligible households that covered a portion of the housing cost. The key draw of this program was the promise of choice. Participants would be able to relocate to areas of higher opportunity with better jobs, schools, and public services. The idea was to give participants a fair shot at building generational wealth and improve socioeconomic outcomes for their children.
I gave birth to my son, and I wasn't married, so I thought that maybe the voucher can help me afford a comfortable, safe place for myself and my son. I had a choice on where I can go.
Today, over 2 million people use a housing choice voucher nationwide. On paper, it is a great solution to undoing previous wrongs. And certainly, the program has created better outcomes for its participants overall. However, barriers abound.
So in 2011, when I got this, I said, oh, this guaranteed money. So I noticed on Craigslist, we do not receive Section 8. Section 8 do not reply. No Section 8. I was confused in 2011. So what? I got a voucher. This guaranteed money. My credit's good. And I got the down payment. I saved from $2,000 up to $3,000. So they say, hey, it take $1,500 to move in. I got it. Of course, if you got one, if you don't articulate the right words. But in the United States section, that actually saying the curse word. I did stop saying I had a voucher. Just say, yeah, I got the money. Yeah, my credit is good. I got the down payment.
Then there's the issue of demand. Only 1 in 4 of those eligible will actually receive a voucher. Applicants sit on waiting lists for months or even years.
I was 22 when I applied, and it probably took over 5 years to receive the voucher.
Illinois responded to these barriers by adding source of income as a group protected under fair housing. Much like how it is illegal to deny someone housing because of their race, sex, or disability, it became illegal for housing providers to refuse applicants because they use a voucher. Even though this law has been in place for 3 years, barriers remain. Since 2023, Hope alone has processed over 200 intakes related to source of income discrimination. Alongside exorbitant housing costs and competitive markets with increasing requirements, housing opportunities continue to be fenced off for voucher participants.
My name is Demita Parsley. I am working at the library as part of Cunningham Township.
This is Demita Parsley, a resident of Champaign County. As an employee of her local township, Demita has an insider's perspective on the state of housing in her community. But Demita's own story starts in Chicago, where she was raised by her mother, a postal worker, and her father, a detective.
I had a very good upbringing, very good childhood. I think I went my own route. I ended up being with the wrong crowd. Started to fall behind on my grades in high school. I didn't graduate from high school. I got caught up in the street life, drugs, prison, jail, 35 plus years.
After her most recent release from incarceration in 2012, Demita came to Champaign to turn over a new leaf. She had been living in a shelter and was seeking a more permanent housing solution.
My mom in Chicago, she sent me this housing website saying that they were taking applications for this Move to Work program. And I filled it out, and I thought no more of it. But it was a waiting period after that. I ended up living in my van the 90 plus days. The voucher was the easy part. The attainment of housing, oh my God. It is so many barriers to keep clients with vouchers out of their complexes. I've called landlords and I asked them, do you accept vouchers? You mean like a housing voucher? You know, they can't tell me that they don't accept it because it's a law that you have to accept so many. I don't know, let me check, I'll get back with you. I'm the property manager, you know. So I checked that off. And I just had so many checks on my list, you know. One complex. I really wanted this place, it was really nice. I had been going back and forth with these people. I put in an application. They switched property management on me like 3 or 4 times. After waiting and waiting and waiting, they denied me. I'm feeling frustrated, irritated, agonized, tired, hopeless. All that rolled in one, probably and some. You already have me pegged out because I have a voucher. You don't know me. You know, you might have had experience with people who had vouchers, but that's that person. And so they stigmatize you.
I don't know what representation people with or low income people supposed to have, but what I do know is everybody is not cut from the same cloth. Could it be possible you have a 28-year-old working mom in school have a car accident, make her disabled, still have to raise her son? What representation do I have? I could be just a mom trying to make it just like everybody else. That's all.
And that's another barrier that landlords use. You know, you need to make 3 times the rent. For people who are on Social Security, disability, for people who are on a fixed income, it's no way possible they will have 3 times the rent that they pay. When you get denied for housing with a voucher, it's horrendous because you feel like, what are you to do? What are you to do now? Because if this person deny me, so I go here, they can deny me. I go here, they can deny me. So I felt hopeless.
Whether the bad acting is due to housing providers still catching up with the law, frustration with the program, feigning ignorance, or intentional discrimination will probably never be known for sure. Perhaps it is safe to assume it is some combination of all these factors. So, what can be done to right these wrongs? To start, we need to center the voices of those most impacted.
58 years ago, to this day, the Fair Housing Act was passed. Right, wait. So 58 years ago to the day. Right, and it's still going on. Why? It's bigger than a white and black thing. It's bigger than that. It's like a systemic rich and poor. So this fight for housing is unnecessary. It's enough for everybody.
I feel like that when the law was signed that there's no discrimination, I felt like it should have been commercials everywhere about that, signs everywhere about that, you know. How come that's not plastered everywhere? We have to be louder about what's going on. We all, as a whole, need to be, whether you a tenant, a landlord, or a government agency, please let's speak up about this. We need to be a little louder about this.
I can express it enough how important it is for landlords to be educated on on tenants with vouchers, because people need housing, need affordable housing. And when you accept vouchers, like I say, you're helping a cause. You are helping a crisis. To have a stable place to live, it gives you such a better quality of life, and it gives you the opportunity to do more to make your life better. Like, I moved up in my job. I have acquired more hours. My attitude is better. My outlook on life is better. In my future, I see so much good things happening for me. I see so much good things happening for me. And I feel like I'm on the right path. I didn't feel like this living in my van. I didn't feel like this through all the denials. But I feel so much better about my future now that I'm housed. I want to use this voucher as a stepping stone. I want my own. I don't want to use this voucher forever. I want somebody else to use it who need it, that's going through what I went through. So I'll be able to pass my voucher on and not jump through y'all hoops, and I'll be able to pay my own rent one day.